To stay up to date.
You can do it.
I'm slapping myself for free.
So close. I'm slapping myself for free. Welcome back to Name 3 Players. We're your hosts. I'm Raegan.
I'm Victoria.
And this is Sports for the Girls. If you're new here, every Friday we're going to give you the big 3 stories in sports. So whether you're a dedicated sports girlies, you know your shit, you just want to listen. Or if you don't know shit and you need some bullet points for a hot date that you got this weekend, we've got you covered.
We've got you. We are for the girls. All of them. Every last one.
For anything, it's for the girls.
True.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm happy. Well, it's Wednesday, but I'm going to be really happy it's Friday.
Yeah.
How are you?
You know. Can't complain.
You can?
Well, when couldn't I?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
For sure. You're like, I have a bulleted list in the back catalog I could pull out, but I won't.
But that's for like our debrief at dinner.
Okay.
We won't bore the girls.
Yeah. We are going to dinner after this. We're going to go watch. It's Wednesday when we're recording this, Friday when you're hearing it, but we are going to go watch the women's soccer game.
Yeah.
And drink a margarita.
Yes.
As we should.
Absolutely. So, I think we could dive on in with our wins and losses of the week.
So, wins and losses is just that. Our wins and our losses. Perfect.
I think you should go first.
Okay. My win is the most basic bitch win that you could ever have.
And I'm so glad we're documenting this moment for the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Because if anything Vic is not, it's a basic bitch.
Yeah.
But in this moment,
and I'll admit when I am, i.e. watching the Kardashians. That's it.
and right now.
Okay, so I did get gifted a Stanley cup, and I called it a Staley cup a couple days ago, and someone looked at me and I was like, Stanley, it's Stanley cup. So of course, it was a gift, it was on my counter, I filled it with water, I drank it.
Twist my arm.
And guys, there's a reason they're popular. Yes, I'm not a basic bitch, but also I don't just dislike things because other people like them, because those are worse than the basic bitches in my opinion. I just didn't get jump on the train of the Stanley Cup right at first. But anyway, was gifted it, used it, other cup was dirty, and I took it to the gym and I was like, no, the basic bitches are correct once again because this shit slaps. So I'll be watching Kardashians, drinking out of my Stanley Cup until further notice. It's incredible. It changed my game. It is my win of the week.
I love that for you, honestly.
My loss, I was looking at my schedule just for the next couple of months, and it is just top tier packed. We're at the age where everyone's either getting married, having a baby, or turning 30 and going on a trip for their 30th birthday, which I love a trip. I love turning 30. I love babies and I love weddings.
Correct.
But all of them jam-packed into 4 months is a little tough. Mm-hmm. Both on my mental, on my credit card. Right, exactly. So it's just okay, so when am I going to do something for me? Because every week is something for someone else. So that was my loss. I got a little overwhelmed looking at my calendar yesterday. But we figured it out as we do. And
yeah. And things like that I think are it's kind of a double-edged sword. No, not a double-edged sword. But it's so you look at your schedule and you're like, holy fuck, I don't have a weekend to breathe at all. But then when you're in the moment, you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm here.
Right, I'm here celebrating all my people.
Correct.
It's so amazing.
Something has both good and bad parts or results. It's a double-edged sword.
So I was right.
Yeah.
That's my win of the week.
My grammar, excellent. But no, you're so right. And I was talking to my dad about it today, and I was just he was so when can you come visit? And I'm like, dude, literally I can't, just because it's week after week after week, and I already travel too much as it is, and it just it's a lot. But you're right, that's such a good way. reframing this. I have so many people to celebrate, and that's such a good thing. But we're literally celebrating our friend's 30th birthday this weekend.
Yeah.
So
Another one bites the dust.
Ow! She already is married and already has a kid, so we are marking her off the list. Jackie, if you're listening, I'm not celebrating you for years to come. I'm done.
She's like, actually, I'm pregnant.
Oh my gosh. But then they only have, what is it called? Not a baby shower. What do they have?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Yeah. All right. Your wins and losses. I teed you up.
All right, my win.
Not with the sports references. Incredible.
Oh, and a golf one at that.
Woo,
and you
look
did
at
it
me.
yawn. She's growing, learning, and evolving. Okay, so my win and loss kind of hold hands with each other. It's all about my car, and I fucking hate, not my car, like I'm thankful to have it, I
was
guess.
like, you have a new car.
New to me.
Okay.
But I like will drive that thing till the wheels fall off. I don't know how to fix anything in my car. Like I just, when a light comes on, I just hope it goes away.
When she says, I will drive it till the wheels fall off, she doesn't mean what everyone else means when they say that. She literally means that it could be tomorrow, and it's not that old of a car. Holy fuck. Usually when people say that, they mean like, it doesn't matter if it's in 1994.
Correct.
You don't mean that.
No, because here's the thing, I'm a terrible driver, and I can make my wheels fall off today with like just thinking it into existence. My car will be in pieces when I get out there. Anyway, so like I said, if a light comes on, I just close my eyes and cross my fingers and pray real hard that it just goes away. Usually it does, which that's probably not great. I don't really know. But
burns out.
the light burns out, correct. I've needed new wiper blades for God knows how long. Like, I was to the point where the metal was coming out and it was squeaking.
Oh.
And I drove Jess, one of my best friends, to the Elms, which is like right outside of Kansas City, in pouring down rain. And like, she was trying to talk over it, bless her little heart, but I was like, Jess, I know you hear this. It's nails on a chalkboard. And she was like, what do you want me to do? Like, there's nothing we can do about it. You need new wiper blades. I was like, no, I know. So I have new wiper blades.
Oh.
And it's silent. We've had a lot of rain lately, and it just is so satisfying.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I do the little spray thing to clean my windshield all the time just so I can hear it. And by that I mean hear nothing. It's great.
I am so proud of you. That's growing, learning, and evolving.
Thank you. The man at O'Reilly's put them on for me.
Oh, we love
it was
that.
Just stunning.
The
So
feminism just left your body immediately.
correct.
Yeah.
So new wiper blades. Win of the week.
Good. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Other side of that, loss of the week. New wiper blades, all of a sudden my tire is low. So it's just like, a bitch can't win.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I feel like a tire, like I can just air that up at Quick Trip till I figure it out.
Let's look at it after this. I just want to see, like, how low are we talking?
Well, no, it's like, I can see my PSI, and yeah, I know what that means.
Ooh,
And it's
hot.
not like that low.
Okay.
Like, there's just like a slow leak, and whenever the temperatures drastically change. And
Right.
we're in
Okay. You're not, like,
heavens.
riding on rim right
Correct.
now.
We're at Satan's front door. It's 105.
We're inside.
Literally. Anyways, so all that to say, win, new wiper blades, loss, now my fucking check tire light is on. So I don't need a man. I'm just saying. That would be nice.
I don't need one, but
So,
I'll take one.
also my loss of the week. Just kidding.
well, that was our wins and losses. I'm sorry about your car, but I'm also proud of you.
Thank you.
And
And I went by myself too, which like, growth.
that is, you went to O'Reilly's by yourself?
Mhm.
That is scary. Because you don't know who you're going to get.
Right.
You could get a complete dick that takes advantage of you, or you could get like it's like dating.
Literally.
A trip to O'Reilly Auto Parts is a lot like modern dating.
That TikTok trend or the sound that's like the kid with the Nemo puppet that's like, where's my dad? I'm all alone. That was me pulling up to O'Reilly's being like, Dad.
Every time my car makes a weird sound, which is a lot, I call my dad and I'm like, hey, what does this mean? He's like, you have a manual and internet. Like, go. I'm like, what?
My manual, never heard of her. Never looked at her.
All right. Well, any other notes about your wins and losses?
No.
That's it? Just the car?
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. So with that, going into our recap segment, basically we recap the 3 stories from last week and we make any additional comments we have, or if the stories have progressed, we just give you a little update, a little recap.
Yeah.
Surrounding the NFL, we have Saquon Barkley signed a 1-year, $11 million deal with the Giants. He had turned down the $10.1 million deal, and now he took the 11.
Yeah, which is like, okay, you've got $900,000 more dollars, but now you're only on a 1-year contract. You didn't get the extension.
Right.
So, like, you still have to prove yourself, but you've got $900,000 more. So at that point, was that worth it?
Right. To him, it was.
And the way he was talking so much, I feel like he just kind of, like, rolled over.
Yeah.
But...
And, like, those deals can be so tumultuous. I'm sure he was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then Josh Jacobs leaves Vegas and apparently has no plans to return.
Which is so interesting to me because last week when we were talking about the running back debate, Saquon Barkley was the most vocal, seemed the farthest away from getting a deal, and now he's like, fine, I'll take it. And now Josh Jacobs is probably like, I thought we were holding out. I left Vegas. You stayed? The fuck?
Yeah. Like, wait, I thought we were in this together. Yeah. So, on the plane by himself.
He's like, wait, Saquon's not getting on this plane?
Hold on.
Wait, we can't leave yet. He's not here yet. And they're like,
looks left, right.
He's like, he's not
buddy,
coming.
you're on your own.
Yikes.
And then if you listened last week, we talked about the show Quarterback. Jalen Hurts said he turned the opportunity down last season and again this season. He has a lot of journey left to tell and just doesn't seem like it's the right time. It's so funny because I still haven't seen it, but that was my first comment to you is like, why wasn't Jalen Hurts on it? Like, that's who I would have wanted to see. So this makes sense, and I respect the fuck out of that decision.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I feel like all of the guys chosen have been in the league. I mean, he's going on, like, I think this is his 3rd or 4th year. Mm-hmm. But, like, Mariota's been in the league for, like, 5 years. Kirk Cousins, obviously a long time. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. So there was a lot to tell there. Jalen Hurts is like, no, I'm fucking good at what I do, but I want to make more of a legacy before I'm on it.
100%. And I agree with, like, yeah, come back to me in a few years. And also just, like, the confidence in that. Be like, oh, no, I want to tell this when I have, you know, an SB under my belt or something like that. I think, I respect the shit out of it and can't wait. It's going to be a great story. From what I know about him and his life, I'm intrigued already. So.
Right, same.
And then Dolphins, Tua also turned it down, said when he watched it this summer, it showed too much of their personal lives. Well, like, that's, like, literally the point.
Okay.
Maybe your life just isn't that interesting.
Like, oh God, you're so good, but you don't want people to see, like, the work you put in to be that good?
Yeah, I mean, I do respect the, like, I get not wanting the cameras in there. Like, especially if your life doesn't look like Patrick Mahomes and doesn't look like Kirk Cousins. Like, if it's not
that's
this,
true.
like, you know.
His life looked so...
I meant, like, as put together. Like, some people have, like, generational trauma, family trauma, things like that where it's, like, maybe it doesn't look as pretty right now for him. So I get that, but, like, I don't know.
It just seems lame.
Yeah. And then Justin Fields, Sam Howell, and Matthew Stafford also reportedly turned down the show at various points.
Which, like,
Justin Fields shocks me.
See, I would love to see into his training, his life, like, everything, because I feel like he's so good, but he just gets shit on because he's on the Bears. Like, he's good. Mm-hmm. The team around him is not good.
Yeah.
So, like, let's leave Marcus Mariota at home, and let's put Justin Fields in there. Like, that's somebody that I would not have fast-forwarded through. I fast-forwarded through every single Marcus Mariota scene.
Really?
I just was like, at this point, Kirk Cousins somehow is more interesting than you. I'm like, over it.
Yeah. I'm surprised Justin, like, I don't have any. I was going to say, like, what else do you have to do?
Valid question. Valid question.
Yeah, like, you're not winning football games. Might as well get on the Netflix
also,
charts.
That, like, watching it, I was like, I wanted the Vikings to win because I was like, oh, Kirk, like, just a Minnesota guy, like, I don't know, and it, like, made me want him to do well, and then it made me sad
it's endearing
when he lost the playoff game. Like, that's how you gained fans that you may not have, or may not give a shit about you. Like, let them into your life and see how hard you work.
Yeah, But maybe it is exactly for what we said with Justin Fields. Like, he's like, I don't really want to talk about.
Yeah, true. Fair.
So that's the NFL recap. Any notes?
No notes.
All right. The British Open, Brian Harman wins his first major with a 6-shot lead.
Which he was in the lead when we reported on this, so
Yeah.
he just held on tight to
He
that
just
thing.
kept leading.
He just kept leading. He's getting a lot of shit for winning, though, and it makes me kind of sad.
I got same comments on the golf of it all. They be bitching about anything.
Dude, people
Like,
were...
it doesn't matter who wins. It doesn't matter what league they're on. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. They wear their collar not correctly, and it's like, what do they mean by this?
Well, people were calling it a dud of a championship because he's the one that won it. But I can't remember who the golfer was that was like, that's one of the hardest courses to play, and he had a 6-shot lead the entire time, and that's a dud of a tournament.
It's also like, if it's not Tiger winning, like, they're just like, meh.
Well, I think Brooks Koepka, the live guys, just fucking ride
Yeah.
hard as fuck for him. So I don't really know, but good job, Brian Harman. I think you deserve it.
That's who
sure.
I was rooting for. So, just kidding. I literally couldn't pick Brian Harman out of a crowd.
Me either.
Cool. And Women's World Cup. The U.S. Women's National Team defeats Vietnam in round 1, 3-0.
Yeah.
And then, as we mentioned, tonight they take on the Netherlands. We're going to go watch it. So by the time you're listening to this, we'll know the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
But we're excited.
Yeah.
And then Messi's Inter Miami debut was electric.
Right. And, sorry, we didn't report on this last week, but we've reported on it before.
Yeah. He scored 2 goals and 1 assist in the first game, which ended in a free kick, and then scored another goal in the second game.
We were filming that night, so
we got the update. And
right.
Yeah.
But then I left here and I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw the video of, is it a free kick, a penalty kick? Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
And I was like, me, a soccer girly? I was like, that was so exciting.
I think you actually, we need to go to a sporting game because I think you would actually really enjoy it. When it's exciting, it's really exciting. And there's so much movement. I'm just, thinking of you. I watch you watch football, and I know how you, get excited about certain things. And I genuinely think that you could get excited about soccer because you like kind of the grit of it all and, when people get fucky. And that happens in soccer so much. So I think you would really like it.
All right.
We can go to a sporting game.
Well, that's good to know. Cool.
But yeah, so
go Messi.
Go Messi. And Kim Kardashian was there and she missed the kick and the video is also electric. So watch that. All right. And that is our recap. And our next segment is brought to you by The Good Patch. The Good Patch are wearable patches designed to make each day just a little bit easier. Whether you need to look alive, find your zen, or clock in some beauty sleep, they've got you covered. Simply peel, stick, and wear for up to 8 to 12 hours. We suggest the Rescue for hangovers, Relief for sore muscles, Cycle for that time of the month, and B12 for a little extra energy. Use code NAME3PLAYERS, that's all spelled out, at checkout for 15% off your order.
Stunning.
It's time.
The time has come. Oh my god, I just sounded like I was like a...
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I was going to say a king's man. Okay, our next segment is the top 3 sports stories of the week. Every week, we're picking our top 3 that we think the girls need to know. We read through the stories so you don't have to. Okay, so for our first story, I'm sure people have heard about this, but Bronny James, who is LeBron James' son, has started his freshman season at USC. He's 18, I think.
Yeah.
But he suffered cardiac arrest at practice earlier this week and was rushed to the hospital. So he's out of ICU, in stable condition, but still scary.
Very scary and so young to be dealing with that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the internet has all the speculation. We don't buy into that shit. We're just praying for him and his family and hope that everything comes out with a clean bill of health and that he can, start his career the way that I'm sure he planned to. But it's still terrifying.
Yeah, and it's even weirder, I think, that this is the second season in a row that the USC program has had this happen on their team.
Right.
Like, what y'all doing?
I hope that's just a coincidence. It is an odd one, but
Yeah.
that is wild.
Yeah. So they were set to, like, begin an overseas, like, exhibition tour in, like, Greece, Croatia, all of that. They were given 10 extra days to practice before they leave for that, because this happened, like, literally right as they were about to leave. So at least the NCAA is, like, working with them.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff. But, yeah, I'm just hoping that clean bill of health, like you said.
Right.
So, okay. Moving on to our next story. There's just, like, a lot of contract extensions, offerings, everything.
Everywhere you look.
Fuck ton of money is being thrown around in all sports.
Right.
So we're going to hit the high points for you. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this one. But Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert has just agreed to a 5-year, $262.5 million deal, making him the highest paid quarterback in 2023.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could all see my face right now.
I mean, because of the way the market works, I get, like, people being pissed off when shit like this happens. It just is silly.
Oh, we have different views.
Oh, okay.
I don't think people need to be pissed off, but I think people are like, huh?
Yeah. I think it's, like, it's weird.
This man has won, like, one playoff game. He hasn't, like, proven anything.
Right.
So, like, obviously he needed an extension. He wants to play with the Chargers, but, like, this amount of money.
I don't think that's a different view than what I have.
Oh.
I just think, like, when people are, like, up in arms, it's the same, which we'll touch on with, like, the Jaylen Brown of it all. It's like his contract was up. He's, you know, that's the salary cap goes. The, you know, what do you call it? Team evaluation changes. So it's like, you have to also take that stuff into effect. Am I saying that I, like, didn't, like, gasp when I saw this? No, it's shocking.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, I'm not up in arms with it, like, but what about Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, I don't think that at all. Patrick Mahomes has been very upfront that, like, he made a team-friendly deal and he knows he's underpaid.
Right.
I think that Joe Burrow's up next and he's going to be like, hey,
Yeah.
I've been to a Super Bowl, 3 AFC championship games. What the fuck is
Right.
that?
And if you are Joe Burrow, you do have that to stand on. It like, the only word that comes to mind is, like, this is so silly. Like, that's so much money for a loser.
So much money for a fucking loser.
You're a loser. And my definition of loser is you lose. So he's a loser. He loses.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a lot of money for a loser, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, gonna go take to Twitter and be like, this is crazy, Like, when I see those people, I'm like, shut up and go to your desk job.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to be
Then
one of
you hit the field, buddy. Like,
That's
what?
very true. That is very true. But I just think it's interesting, like, obviously, like, Jalen Hurts and his all-female management team, by the fucking way,
I love to see it.
set the tone for this. He was the highest paid quarterback going into 2023, and then Lamar Jackson's deal came, and now Justin Herbert's came. And hopefully Joe Burrow, reluctantly I'm saying this, can also become the highest paid quarterback.
Yeah.
Because he deserves it more.
He
than
does
Justin Herbert.
deserve.
All right. A little bit more in the football realm of it all. Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs signs a 5-year, $97 million extension. And then a left tackle for the Giants, Andrew Thomas, agrees to a 5-year, $117 million contract, which it's like a guarantee of $67 million, which is a record-setting guarantee for offensive linemen.
Yeah. Which
So-
is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to see more of. Offensive
Yes.
linemen getting compensated.
Yeah, so big news there. Very exciting for him. And hopefully for offensive linemen in the future.
Yeah.
But without further ado, we got to talk about Jaylen fucking Brown. He looks like a Monsters, Inc. character, and I can't put my finger on which one, but he does.
We'll update you guys whenever she figures it
We'll
out.
post that to the story.
That's the hard-hitting stuff we're here for.
Yeah. All right. Well, Boston Celtics' Jaylen Brown has agreed to a 5-year, $304 million contract extension, which is the largest deal in NBA history. This deal is fully guaranteed. There's a trade kicker and no player option. So this man is getting All of it.
I saw a comment, I think it was on Bleacher Report, but someone commented just random. I don't even know who it was. I don't think it was anyone noteworthy. And they said, damn, inflation. I was like, yeah, inflation.
Oh my God.
So same thing. I mean, I touched on this before. I'm not going to take to Twitter. I'm not going to go, run through the streets pissed off that I don't make the money that Jaylen Brown makes.
Hold on. Is there any situation in sports that you would do that?
You know that answer, 100%.
I want to see you run through the streets is why I'm asking. All right. Anyway.
But no, I'm not up in arms about it. I think it's nuts. It's crazy.
It's so much money.
It's so much money. So, quick math. That's $70 million a year estimated. That is so much money. He's like made comments. He's like, I want to build up the Boston community. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking better, sir.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's nuts. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm not pissed off about it. I think just once again, like when you understand, I'm also not going to pretend to understand it completely, but like when you understand the market and how that changes and player salary caps going up and team evaluations going up, it is going to go up. The money is going to go up. This is definitely wild that he is the highest paid right now.
Him of all people.
Yeah, you're not even the best on your team.
No.
Like, Jason Tatum's like, you are the Robin to my Batman, buddy. Like, how are you getting paid this? But that's just the first to come out. There's going to be more like this. And, he did set a precedent for sure. I think it's wild, like, Jokic, right? Like, if you're Jokic, we know his personality a little bit, and he probably is, like, on a pasture right now, like, not giving a fuck.
How many horses could I buy with that?
I could buy a stable.
7.
Yeah.
1,000.
I could buy the
probably.
Kentucky Derby. But yeah, if you're Jokic, you're like, hold on, you get what? Because he's like an estimated, 45 a year? 45 mil, Chloe? I think so. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not going to pretend to understand it fully, but I do know enough about, like, it's a market change, and that shit's going to happen, and there's always going to be a record-breaking salary because, not to quote the guy that commented on Bleacher Report, but it is kind of like inflation. And yeah, so I do think it's crazy. This is shocking. These numbers are fucking wild, and if you're Jaylen Brown, I'm sure you don't even fully believe it. But
just to put this into perspective for you, League Fits posted a picture of him wearing this, like, mixed canvas Louis Vuitton bomber jacket. It's like sick. It's like tan and black, blah, blah, blah. But they posted that Jaylen Brown's contract is worth $45,000 of these jackets. 45,000 Louis Vuitton canvas bomber jackets. Put that into perspective.
yeah, no, that's nuts.
All right. Anyway, so sorry.
I hope he takes Jason Tatum out to a nice Carbone dinner and we figure it out. I don't know.
I just like,
it's crazy.
and this isn't even the highest offer or extension we're chatting about today, but like, I can't fathom
That much money.
No.
Yeah, no,
What
it's
the
crazy.
fuck? Yeah, he's just like you said, not the best player on the team. He has his flaws and his weak spots.
I think if he could do left, it'd be
Fuck.
680 mil.
Good
Double.
math. Good math.
Thank you.
But one of his weak spots, I guess, is not his bank account now, so
No,
good for him.
that's true. But yeah, that's my closing thoughts. I'm not up in arms with it. Like some of these people on the internet, I'm like, go fucking shoot hoops then.
Yeah.
And get out there.
You try.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And like even he can't go left people. I'm like, can you? Like, why aren't you out there then?
Yeah.
I just like, that's like the funniest thing to me. And, at us, like screaming at a TV come football season, like, I can't do that.
No.
No.
That's what makes us fans and them players.
Right. But I'm not, screaming about how much money they make.
So, last thing we're going to talk about in these insane contract extensions. French soccer player Mbappe received a reported 1 year, everyone hear that? 1 year.
That's a good 365 right there.
It's not even $1 million a day. It's more than that. $776 million for for 365 days. Anyways, to finish my sentence, I'm just so shocked by that number. He received this offer from a Saudi Arabia team, Al Hilal. And if he were to accept, this would be the highest annual salary in sports history. It did come out 3 hours-ish ago today on Wednesday that he will not enter negotiations with this team, and he's rejecting the offer.
Right, and he didn't say why.
Which, I mean, there must be something there. Like, maybe he just doesn't want to play for that team, but like...
I'd do anything for $776.
I would do anything for $776.
For 1 year?
For a year!
Yeah.
You just have to tough it out for a year.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, fuck, I'm a broke-ass bitch. I would do anything for, like, $7,000 at this point.
We should stop. We should put this out on the internet.
What? That I broke?
You get DMs. You're like, it's not you do anything.
Honestly. So it's like, would you slap your best friend for $1 million? And it's like...
Sorry, slap you guys for 50. You guys would know it was just for the money.
Yeah, but you'd be taking
I wouldn't let you slap me for $50.
I'd let you slap me for 50 bucks.
No. Slap me?
I mean, it's me. I don't even know how to throw a punch or anything. It wouldn't be hard. I'd probably miss.
I wouldn't let you do it for
$100
$100.
in order to receive the
Chloe would let me.
monetary.
You would let Raegan slap you for $100?
Absolutely.
And that's on friendship.
Without question.
Happily. All right. Well, anyways, good thing he doesn't have to slap anybody because he turned the deal down. So
Okay.
all good there. But what a wild. You messaged me that and you're like, that's more money than like countries have.
Yeah, there are countries without that money. It's crazy.
They could do a lot more with that than I would do with it. Okay, so our final story is about NIL. So if like a couple episodes back we had talked about what NIL means. It's the name, image, and likeness of collegiate athletes, and they can be compensated, have endorsement deals, all of that stuff now.
Right.
But this bill is called the Protecting Athletes, Schools, and Sports Act. And it's basically to like create a national registry of all NCAA deals, like kind of rein it all in because the NIL situation is getting a little bit out of hand.
Right, and it's kind of like the Wild West out there because this is such a new thing and new concept. I was actually watching, randomly, the SEC network, and they had the commissioners like speaking on their plans for this upcoming season, and they were talking about kind of a bill of protection for athletes because there is so many different voices now kind of speaking out about this, and a lot of people are saying that they want the athletes to be treated like employees of their university, and they should be taxed as such, and et cetera, et cetera. But I think this bill needs to I think more than this bill needs to happen, but this is a good start to protect these kids. Because I think people are forgetting that these are
their kids.
Kids, yeah.
They're literally, the oldest they could be is like 22.
Right.
Maybe 23 if you got a fifth year going on.
Right.
They are children.
Right. And there's valid points that are being made. There are also kids making more money than they ever were allowed to in previous seasons of the sport.
Yeah.
And so there should be laws and regulations put in place, but we made NIL possible for these kids, and so I think it's more about giving them like the resources and equipping them with the right things than like tying their hands behind their back again.
Yeah, there's like some regulations that they're introducing in this bill, but I do think it's like all for the best. Like there wasn't one thing that I read about it and I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like I was like, oh no.
Right, and
I
like
get
the
that.
one about like alcohol sponsorships, gambling, things like that. It's like, yeah, no shit. You don't want your institution to be in conjunction with, like, if it's a 20-year-old athlete and they're, whatever.
Yeah.
Or even if it's like, if you don't want your university to be associated with gambling, you don't want your student athlete to be represented with gambling. So I get it all. Like, I get where it's coming from. I think this is just the start of it.
They sprinted before they could walk. Like they introduced this. Of course the athletes were excited. They're like, holy shit.
Money.
I can make all this money because I wear the school's name on my back and like I am the face of the school. And there are some restrictions being introduced in this bill, but also there's one part of it, and we'll kind of cover the high points here, but like one of the cool things about this is they're offering to guarantee health insurance for sports-related injuries for uninsured student athletes for up to 8 years following their graduation.
Amazing.
So, like, if you get injured in college, and obviously you're a college kid, you don't have health insurance, or if you're not on your parents, or whatever your situation is, and you're, like, rehabbing for years to come, and, like, that's a part of your life now. Like,
especially with contact sports.
And you did it playing for your school, so now, like, said school or the NCAA is going to take care of you, which I think is great.
I think that's incredible, and once again, just protecting these kids.
Yeah.
A lot of them aren't going to make it to the pros.
Right.
So these college athletes having that to fall back on, especially with that, like football, the injuries that are to follow with that are crazy. So I think having those resources, once again, they need to be equipped with those things on this level. So
yeah, agreed. I think when we talked about this the first time in our first, I forget which episode that was, but we were like, what? It's getting so out of hand. Like, what are these athletes going to look forward to? And, like, when I saw that, like, salary talks were being introduced, like, to be a paid student, to, like, not only in scholarships and endorsements, but, like, to be a paid a salary to go to school and play sports there, like, then what?
Yeah.
You're going to go to the league and be like, obviously that salary would be nothing close to it, but it's like, there's nothing to work for because you're getting it all in your pocket now before you've reached the next level.
Right.
And I do think it's going to have a huge impact on the transfer portal, to me, in the best way, because we were also talking in previous episodes that the transfer portal is so saturated, and it's like all these kids are like going from school to school to see which deals they can get and where they can like make all their money.
Yeah.
But now this is going to restrict that. So
with eligibility to
right.
play.
Yeah. So a player, if they enter the portal, they can only miss out on, or they can only play without skipping a year of eligibility if they've been at their previous institution for 3 years.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, I would need to read it and, like, over with the fine-tooth comb, which I'm not going to do because I don't care that much. But, like,
Cool.
but, I mean, like, if I want to hear, like, people's opinions on it, sure. But I'm sure just, like, if any bill ever, there's, like, things that aren't great. And there's, like, payoffs for the wrong people. But I think, ultimately, I'm in support of this. And I hope it protects them. And I hope it's one of many.
Yeah. I agree. All right, well, that wraps up our top 3 stories of the week. Anything else to add? Anything I missed?
I don't think so.
Okay, perfect.
Before our next segment, we have our favorite sponsor.
Yes.
Our Walkout Fits of the week are brought to you by Waterboy. Replenish after a long weekend with a stick of Waterboy. Formulated with electrolytes and vitamins, this hydrating drink mix helps reduce nausea and fatigue and helps you chill out after a weekend out. Each stick of Waterboy is vegan, 0 sugar, includes 3 times electrolytes and vitamins than its competitors. This original weekend recovery is available in strawberry lemonade, blue raspberry, and fruit punch flavors with the newest athletic recovery and lemon lime. So whether it's from working out or going out, reach for Waterboy.
I be reaching.
You be reaching. Use our code NAME3PLAYERS, that's all spelled out, for 15% off your order. You can also use it on their cute merch, which we just got. They were so gracious and sent us a stockpile of it, and we are just Waterboy girls now.
Yeah.
Head to toe. We were before, but now everyone knows.
Yeah, they got baby tees, t-shirts, shorts, socks, water bottles,
Hats. We got it
Anything.
all. Hydration is hot.
It is. I have a shirt that says that now.
Okay, so our walkout fit of the week, basically it's our way to plug fashion into this podcast because we love it. And it is just our weekly fave fit, and we talk about it. And a lot of times we'll give props to the stylist, we'll give props to the designers, and if we don't have that, then we just say that we like it. And we post it on our Instagram so you can like it too.
Yeah.
My walkout fit is for Steph Curry, which I'm not a hater of Steph Curry, but this is kind of a wild card for me because I typically don't love, like, his fits aren't my go-to.
I can see that.
Yeah, but he was leaving a New York hotel in this incredible tweed jacket with this floral print on it. I love to see it. I also noticed that he was holding a very old version of an iPhone, and we love a humble king. So, what an accessory.
Oh my God, that's
I don't know the designer on the jacket. You guys know that drives me crazy, but I couldn't find it. So,
No, that's a great fit though. I saw that and I was like,
yeah, I want that jacket. I want
knew
it for myself.
the second I saw the jacket, I was like, Big's gonna like this.
Yeah. I love tweed. I'm in a tweed era.
You are.
I don't own anything tweed,
But
I like it.
I feel like it'd be a hard fabric to wear, so can look from afar.
Yeah.
Okay, well for mine, I'm going to be honest, I'm in a bit of a rut. I think it's hard to find fits right now. Nobody's walking out.
Nobody's walking out.
People are walking to training camp. People are walking on the golf course. Like, it's just like...
There's not one golfer is in a fit in which I would ever
No.
call a walkout fit.
And you know baseball players aren't dressing like that.
So don't be dressing.
Anywho, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to pull from the archives a little throwback in honor of football season.
Yeah.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, MVS for short, is a wide receiver for the Chiefs, and one of his fits from last season was so good. He always dresses really well.
He
but
does.
I just had, again, pull from the archives. One of his fits for an away game, he's in a pink Palm Angels puffer, black shirt underneath, all of his chains stacked, and then he's got these like multicolored patchwork wide leg pants, little black sneakers, a beanie, and glasses. It's cold out, you know what I'm saying? But then he's got this iridescent Louis Vuitton duffel bag.
Mm-hmm. You love that.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I can't wait for all walkout fits during football season because I do think football players have really great style.
They've leveled up. They haven't always.
Correct. They have leveled up. But this man, I could have chosen every single outfit on his Instagram if we had this podcast last season. He would have been my Jason Tatum.
Wow. That's bold.
Fit-wise.
Yeah.
Also looks fun. That man could slap me across the face for free.
You pay him.
Anyways, now that I'm done thirsting over this man, let's take us into the breakdown.
All right. So it's time for the breakdown. Our breakdown segment is where we do just that. We break it down. We take a sports topic, a specific play, maybe even some sports drama, and we break it down to make it make sense.
Make the math.
Make the math. This week's topic is NFL training camp.
Yeah, so we've been talking about it. I was very excited last week when I was like, we are here. We made it. The start of the 2023 season has arrived. As of this week, all 32 NFL teams have reported to training camp. So, like, we are so back.
We are so back, baby.
Thank God. But training camp is a long, drawn-out process. It goes until mid-August. But it's used in several different ways. So players report to camp. Oftentimes it's outside of the city that they're in. They're staying in dorms. They're eating in dining halls. They're kind of roughing it for however many weeks. But it's just a way for, like, if there's a new coach to the team to, like, work with the players. The rookies report earlier and kind of get acclimated to the team. And then the vets are, like, getting back in the swing of things and, like, learning their new teammates, their new coaches. It includes long days of practices, walkthroughs. Sometimes teams do joint practices with other teams within the league. Preseason games are included within training camp, and they start the camp with 90 players on the roster. But this also serves as a way for the teams to make cuts, waive some people, release some people, and get down to their 53-man roster that they need to do at the start of the regular season.
Okay, so how they get down to their 53-man roster is when a player gets cut, they can either get waived or released. Waived is when a player has accrued less than 4 years worth of seasons in the NFL, and this means their contract is not yet terminated, but they can be claimed by another team. So if they're claimed, they will join the new team under the same conditions of their existing contract.
So a lot of times this is for people that haven't finished out their rookie contract.
Right.
So, yeah, they haven't given 4 years of service within the NFL. I think it's interesting that they can, like, they're claimed as from a team or by a team on the same conditions of their contract because, like, how does that work with their cap space and, like, all that stuff?
Yeah,
that's so wild.
It is interesting. So if they're not waived, they're released, which a player is released if they have more than 4 years of accrued seasons, and they are released. If they're released, their contract is terminated effective immediately, and they're free to sign with any team that they want.
So, yeah, like veteran players out of their rookie contract, they can just go wherever the wind blows them, wherever the money blows them.
Players at training camp may either be cut or they can be moved to the practice squad and continue to train with the team.
Yeah. In no way is this like the same rigorous environment, but like obviously I'm a dancer and I've watched the Dallas Cowboys Making the Team TV show.
Yes.
And theirs is called training camp, and they make cuts all the way down to the home opener. And it's like whenever those coaches need to see you in their office at the end of the night and you got to bring your shit, it's not looking good. So it's like, I wonder if the players are like, oh fuck, I have to go see coach. They told me to bring my playbook or some shit. Like, what?
Playbook. As if there's
One
one
in front of
singular playbook. It's like a little black notebook.
Oh my god, I'm envisioning like
My little black book.
Blue's Clues, Steve's notebooks. I gotta bring my playbook and my crayon.
Etch-a-sketch. My
An
Etch-a-sketch.
Etch-a-sketch?
Shakes it when he gets cut.
God.
The coach is like, no, we didn't save that yet. He's like, ha. Oh, this old thing? Boom, 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 shaking it. Done. Man, we know how to run a bit to the ground, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was the breakdown on NFL training camp. Okay, moving into our one I'm so excited about this week, our walk-up song of the week. Same thing with the fashion. It's just us being able to talk about music for 30 seconds.
Yep.
Can I go first?
No.
Okay, so I found this just scrolling through TikTok, and the algorithm was algorithming because it imprinted on my soul. It is a Diplo song, which is crazy because I could tell you one other Diplo song, and it's with Morgan Wallen. But he has been doing these country crossovers, and there's one with, assumedly, Diplo found this girl on TikTok. It's Jessie Murph, and then made a song with her and Polo G, and it is fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, Chloe came over yesterday, and I was just blaring it. Like,
What's it called?
Oh, Heartbroken.
Okay.
It's called Heartbroken. And it's amazing. I can't stop.
She has such a unique voice.
She sounds like 90s country. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect. And Polo G's verse is incredible in it. I love him too. Like, it was just this little match made in country, hip hop, whatever Diplo is, heaven. And
Yeah.
I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Song of the week.
Yeah, great song. My song, I just like kind of stumbled upon it because you know that song, it's like trending all over the TikTok. It's like
The
you know,
TikTok.
boo thing. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, you a boo thing.
Yeah, it's just everywhere. So I was like, oh my god, is this song out? Like, and I like figured out who sang it. It's Paul Russell, but they haven't let him release that song yet. But I was just like listening to his discography and came across his song called Touristy Places, and it's just like a little vibe. Like, it's just chill. It has like a nice little beat
Little
to
chill
it.
bop.
Yeah. So
I'll have to listen to it.
Touristy Places by Paul Russell is my song of the week. So look at us choosing underground artists like that this week.
I mean, Diplo is not.
No,
an
but Jessie
underground.
Murph is.
Yeah. I wouldn't have known about her without him, but thank you for giving me that credit.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Well, I think that wraps us up.
I think so. This was a good one. I had fun. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning into this week's episode. This is Name 3 Players. We release new episodes every Friday and cover the hard-hitting facts for the girls. You can listen to these episodes on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, YouTube. It is audio only as of now, but you can still listen on YouTube.
And look at our faces for 42 minutes at least.
And we know you want to. To stay up to date on all happenings around the sports world between episodes and for more information on NTB events and sponsorships, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Name3Players. That's all spelled out. Finally, you can listen to all of our walk-up songs of the week and special curated playlists for the girls by following on Spotify at Name3Players. We hope you have the best Friday and an even better weekend for the girls.
Bye.
Bye.